All right, muscle talk. Me and Arntz, and we're waiting for the third guy. And that's right. I got a word from our sponsor.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't have any, so subscribe.
I Prevail supplements. If they're
Yeah,
not
well,
taking I Prevail,
yeah, you're not a
then they're just
sponsor. You're like
wasting.
you're a free
Right.
sponsor. Yeah,
Right.
but
But if they're not taking I Prevail, they're wasting their fucking time, dude.
right. Yeah, that's
Wasting
it.
time.
Yeah, it's just you might as well go to the gym in Crocs with little stickers on them. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, what is it with the stickers on the Crocs? I don't get that. It doesn't
Well,
I don't
it's a sign of them. Hold on, I'm merging over here. It's a
mm-hmm.
sign of their them speaking out, their voicing their opinions and what they
Yeah,
stand for,
yeah,
and being that everybody's empowered nowadays, they can
yeah. Power to wear
show their
pajamas and slippers.
show their sense of empowerment by whatever stickers and posts they stick to the side of the Crocs.
And sometimes you don't have to go with the trend all the time just because it's the trend. I mean
No,
those
they do.
those
There's
yeah.
no sense of identity anymore. No
No, you don't have
self
to.
identity
Yeah.
to keep up with the Joneses and what's everybody else doing.
So
Dude,
you go
people
to
wait. Again, people wait. Like in fashion, they wait for them to tell them what's in style this year, and then they go and buy it.
it's unbelievable. And they wear those sneakers that it's just ridiculous, those sneakers. Those Carlos Thomas Sr. Can you hear me?
I hear you very well, my man.
All right, what's up? What's going on, man? So
Look at that
Jason
good-looking guy.
How you doing, man? How's it going?
Man, I'm doing
Hey,
great.
Carlos.
Yeah.
Hey, sir, how are you?
You like my shirt, Carlos? Masculine Pride, just in time for Pride Month, and I'm proud to be masculine and a man. So I'm going to be selling these. If anybody wants them, you DM me on Serious and Silliness or email me at Uncle John 1201. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be proud of your masculinity, bro.
Hey, bro. Hey, if you bring out something, I'm gonna support it.
Thank you, my man. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm gonna support it.
Yep. Oh, and
everybody's
got just the three of us, man. That's it.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So how's your son feeling? Because I spoke to him here and there a little bit, but he's really in.
Hold up, I can't see. Where's
Arntz is driving. He's a mess.
You gotta swipe the screen. No, he might not have me on the screen.
No, man. Are you close to getting to where you're going?
Absolutely not. I'm a good hour away from being home.
Wow. You were working today, far out?
My daughter had a soccer game, so I had to be the sole parent, and it's a good hour and a half away. So we're already en route to get home.
Bro, hey, been there, done that, man.
Yeah.
Kudos to you, man. You doing it. We talked about that.
You're setting the example of how fathers need to be. So
100%. That's right.
And I am following your lead, Carlos.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. Do your thing. You go ahead and drive it safe, and I'm right here on the line.
Gotcha.
So how's your son feeling? Because he had some problems at the New York Pro, but then he got sick, but now he seems to be a lot better, prepping again.
Yeah, a little bump in the road.
Yeah.
In life, you get these bumps, and you get over it. You reset, and then you come back and do it again. You know what I mean? And he's doing great, man. Carlos is just so hard on himself, man. And if he can't do something 100%, man,
right?
You know what I mean? He not gonna do it at all.
Right.
So, but yeah, he's recovered. He's got the UC, the ulcer colitis, and he's doing well. He's back. He's digesting his food. He's back on track. He just I think he just got his GI. You call it a GI scan or whatever. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so he's handling that, but he's getting back healthy.
All right, cool.
I mean, you've seen a couple pictures out there, so
Dude, it's like, and I'm not blowing smoke up your ass because you're his father. He put those progress pics up in the green posing trunks.
yeah.
He's the guy. He's a freak of nature. I've never seen anything like that. Like, it's unbelievable.
He comes over. Like he'll be over tomorrow and do some progress pics. He come over to my house. I live in a townhouse in Wilmington, Delaware. It's a old community. And I got this green door. So if he's got to take pictures in front of the green door.
Okay.
That's his thing. That's his thing, right?
Yeah, he's got to take. All bodybuilders have their thing,
Yeah, dude,
right?
we all had it. We all had our superstition. We only look good in this lighting. We only look good on this angle. So we stick to it. Makes sense.
I mean, he doesn't live too far from me, but rain, sleet, or shine, he comes over when he needs to take progress pictures, and we do it right in front of the green door. So the green door has become famous.
Yeah. It's like the goon lighting in the gyms. So tell us about your bodybuilding career when you were younger.
I didn't really have a bodybuilding career, man.
Okay.
I was heavily into football, baseball, basketball later on in high school, but my niche was football, baseball, and strength training. I competed in, back in the day, man, I'm 60, right? So it was AA. I think it was like Olympic lifts and all that kind of stuff, but AAU.
Oh,
and
yeah.
This was back in the 70s. So, and I did that for a little while, but my background is in football and baseball.
So how did Carlos get into bodybuilding?
Carlos, he's always been in a different kind of sports. I had him always busy.
Right.
I mean, you look back, this kid was into everything, man. I mean, from the martial arts to baseball, football. I just had him in everything and kept him busy. And so, long story short, in high school, he got a scholarship up at the Wagner College. He got hurt, got a neck injury in I think it might have been his junior year, going into his senior year. And he couldn't do that anymore. And so we always, I used to look over his shoulder, and he used to look at, the computer, and I see Kai Green on there, and I see Phil Heath, Jay Cutler, and all them guys on there. I'm like, what's this guy looking at? He's looking at bodybuilding. So I seen an interest even before he got started in bodybuilding. He's always been in the gym. He's always.
Carlos, what did you think of it when you saw his interest?
When I saw what?
When you saw his interest in it, how did that appeal to you? What did you think of it?
Well, I've always been a big supporter of my son, just like, you're of your daughter. And he get an interest in it. He's like, Dad, check this out. And I'm looking, I'm like, okay, yeah. So, we always in our family, we got, good genetics in our family for football. We all got big legs. We all got this and that and this and that. So I seen his interest in bodybuilding. I was like, all right, man, you might could do something in bodybuilding. You like to lift, and you got a good shape and stuff like that. So yeah, that appealed to me also. So I followed him right down the hole, man, down the rabbit hole of bodybuilding.
Nah, it's great that he has guidance like that, because with every niche sport or any kind of sport, if you don't have, I say it all the time, family is extremely important, and a father figure is extremely important. There's always a dark side that you could fall into, and so on and so forth. And if you don't have the right people around you, you could easily get sucked into that. So it's more fathers should be like you and Jason Arntz. My dad was like typical Italian, you work all the time, pay the bills, food was on the table. My mother ran the house, and that was it. The only time is if I stepped out of line, then he got involved. But other than that, it was like He didn't understand bodybuilding. Like I did a show in 1999 when I was like 23. He didn't come. He didn't get it. My brothers were there, but he just didn't fucking get it. But anyway, all right. So we got a show coming up that not that anybody knows about it. It's unbelievable in Europe. Let's see. It is the Empro Classic in Spain. And the only couple of names, I mean, I know who, obviously Mike Crizzo is going to be in it. That guy's a freak. Peter Clancier, Roman Fritz. I'm reading off the names I know. And Andrea Presti. There's a bunch of other guys. I just no clue who they are. I mean, I'll be doing a wrap-up or what, a review afterwards. But I don't know. This is basically Mike Crizzo's show to lose. Why don't you think these big names come to the States? I mean, like, why don't Mike Crizzo do a show in the States? So last year he did the Prague Pro, and he did what do you call it? The Olympia, but you would think he would get a little bit more, not recognition, but a little bit more clout doing one in the States where, all the big names are there, to check them out.
Well, so
I don't know.
From my understanding from years ago, excuse me, is a lot of the European guys and guys overseas, they feel as if they compete in the States, they don't get a fair shake because it's all American judges that have, American bias, and they look to certain competitors because those are the prominent names,
Mm-hmm.
in our country. And unless you're a freak and a standout, like a Crizzo, you might not get a calling that you're happy with. So they like to stay close to home, qualify with judges that are familiar with them, that they feel as if could maybe judge them a little more objectively, and hopefully place well where they can qualify and make a run for the Olympia. But a lot of these guys you never hear of, and you probably will never hear of them again. But a lot of people are scared to come to the States and compete. I mean, obviously, the past couple of years haven't been the best years for the smaller shows in the States. But, from an overall physique point of view, but it's still intimidating to come here. The best athletes are in the U.S.
Yeah, I think, I think when you were competing, years ago, it was definitely a little bit more political, but now it's not as, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if Steve Weinberger is judging the show, it's fair. I mean, look, you had, Big Ramy was 2-time Mr. Olympia. He's from Egypt. Then you had Hadi Chopin. He's from Iran. So I don't think it's as bad as it was years ago. But it is a possibility. I guess maybe the travel expenses. Who knows? But I think if Crizzo just comes to the States, like people are dying to see this guy. I know he did the Olympia. Don't get me wrong. I get it. But if he come to the States and did some guest posing and and did a show over here, I mean, he could really get some serious recognition. I mean, I know social media does it, but if he came to the States, I think he would be under the spotlight. What do you think, Carlos?
I'm with Jason, man. Can you guys hear me well?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Jason, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm with Jason. It's like, just like Jason, this guy, he knows it. The Europeans, they got their judges, they got their world. They're not as, a few of them, get promoted on social media over here. But, and then just like you said, it's the travel expenses. If they're on their home soil, then you feel comfortable. That's anything.
Yeah, that's
I played football, man, and home games, shit, you're not coming in here doing nothing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It's more of a mental aspect.
Right. And then you got your refs that are in your division, you know what I mean, might give you a little bit of another look, you know what I mean? I'm talking football. But so just in bodybuilding, it's the same way. I think that, just like Jason, we got the best athletes over here. I mean, and, they say in the chance they come over here, we're going to get the first looks. That's just going to be that's just what's going to be.
Yeah, you're probably right. I
didn't mean it in a sense where the judges aren't going to be fair. I'm saying from the athlete's point of view. No. I wasn't undermining what you said, Carlos. I was undermining what John said.
Of course, you son of a bitch.
No, well, you said Steve Weinberger's the judge. I'm not saying Steve Weinberger would give anybody a better look than anybody else. I'm saying
No.
the European athletes, the athletes overseas, they're a little intimidated, and they feel like they might not get a good look.
Well, see, that's what I mean, and what I meant by the first looks is okay. You take even on the NPC, the national level, right? And it's just what it is. You got a bunch of kids coming into these shows in the nationals, and if you know them, those are going to be the standouts. Even the judges and everybody. I mean, they look at social media also.
Yeah.
And they know bodies. They know the bodies. So, you come up there, you make your first impression, and you've been going all through the social media, and they see you, and you come up there with something special, then you know what I mean? That's just what it is. You know what I mean? I'm what you think, Jason?
I agree. And unless you have a standout, like I said, like a Crizzo, or even Dorian in his time, he came to the States and he kicked ass. Flex Lewis came to the States and kicked it. There's guys that could do it, but
Yes.
not the guys that are doing this show. You know what I mean? Like,
well, the two guys. I mean, Andrea Presti and Crizzo. I think
those will be your standouts, and those are guys that'll make it over, to an Arnold or an Olympia,
yes.
and we'll see how they fare. But these lower level guys, they're not going to come over to a New York pro,
definitely
Chicago or a Tampa pro and waste their time, because they're going to go home early.
Yeah. Well, these guys like Crizzo and Presti, they got to stop being sissy Marys, come over to the States and put up or shut up. Okay. We want to see what you guys are made of on stage, battling the big boys. And that's that. I don't want to hear any shit.
Now you said Presti, right?
Yeah.
Didn't Presti do the New York Pro last year?
Last year he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
Okay. So, he's got experience over here. So, like a Crizzo, he can come over here and, easily win a show.
Absolutely.
But it goes back to what you said, it might be traveling expenses, and why come over here if he can win a show over there and qualify?
Yeah. Okay. And then you just have to worry about Vegas. Yeah. Okay. I would think a guy like Crizzo's got some serious endorsements though by this point, because he's a big name and everybody's can't wait for. I mean, the guy's a freak. You can't, me and Arntz talk about him all the time. We can't wait to see him on stage and how he does. I mean, I'm going to be watching it and doing a review on it this weekend. And even that guy Presti, he's good. That guy's a good bodybuilder. I don't know. Like, you got Roman Fritz. I don't know. He's a decent bodybuilder. He just, last year I know there was a show where he I don't know. He was garbage loading. He was loading up on cookies and cake and pancakes and before the show, and it was just a disaster. It was a mess. I don't know what the plan was, what the idea was.
One thing I do is I travel to shows. Carlos and I, we do travel. We was at the Texas Pro last year.
Okay.
And we saw Roman. Not to get off the subject, but yeah, we do travel to the shows, because when my son got into bodybuilding, I wanted him to visually see what he can obtain and do on a bodybuilding stage. So, we go all the shows. We go most of the shows. Anybody can tell you, they'll see us at the shows.
Yeah.
Jason, no, we get around.
And it's good exposure. It's great exposure, absolutely. And
I encourage anybody that gets into bodybuilding. I mean, we started off traveling to the NPC shows, in our neighborhood, around here, Delaware, Maryland. Then we eventually got up to New York, where somebody said, "Hey, man, you want to really get some good looks? You got to get up to the Bear Francis shows, the Eastern USA's and all that." So that's where we went, because, you want to, in bodybuilding, you want to be challenged. You want to see where you stand amongst everybody. You know what I mean? You can't be, I'm not gonna curse, but you can't be pussyfooting.
You could curse
around here.
This is a masculine bodybuilding channel. But it was
it was a lady in our home gym around here. I think her name was Jason. You might know her because she's old school lady. Tracy Greenwood.
Yeah, I know Tracy. Yeah.
Right. So Tracy seen Carlos say, "Hey man, you got a great physique. You know, you could do shows around here. But if you really want to know where you stand, you got to get up in the Northeast up there." And that's where we went, you know, and just started meeting everybody, all the top pros and the top level NPC guys. And it was you know, I got hooked at that moment. I'll tell you I did, you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, absolutely.
yeah, I didn't mean to get off the subject, but it's
No,
just
it's fine.
as we're going, I've just been reflecting back on the ride, you know, a little bit with Carlos as, you know, his journey continues.
Well,
Yeah,
Carlos,
Carlo-
let me ask you. You visiting the shows and seeing the pro shows and knowing what's in store for your son to compete against. What do you see with some of the athletes nowadays? What do you think are any challenges he has in his way, and who do you think is going to be tough for him to be up against?
That's a good question. Right now at this level, okay, we did coming off the Nationals 2021, you know, we dealt with the Nationals, and you know, our goal going into the Nationals wasn't to look past the Nationals. We had to go in the Nationals and be a national level athlete. Carlos completed 2017. He took 4 years off to compete on the national stage so he can get his pro card and see where he stands amongst the pros eventually. So back to your question, Jason, is right now, I just teach him patience. He's building his body. We get a lot of feedback from a lot of people saying, "Oh man, you know, he's ready. He can get there and all that." Yeah, we know that he got enough muscle. He got enough size. So it's all about at this point, it's just all about the maturity. He got some body parts, a few, mainly his back, and it's really came up this year. It's really coming along. He has some God's gifts in his legs and his arms and all that. He's great. His shoulders, he's got that. It's coming more with his shoulders, and we're just laying on patience and just bodybuilding right now. You know what I mean? And
did he announce what show he's going to do yet or not yet?
Yeah, we're going to do a show later on in the year.
You don't know which one yet?
Nah, it's going to come down. It's going to come down. It's a few shows later on in the year. You do the math, you can see them.
Right.
But I'm gonna put it to you like this: we're going big bass fishing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sounds good.
And Jason, and that's really to answer Jason's question. I'm like this. You gotta really see where you belong.
Yeah.
And you can't be, oh, you need to do this show because you need to really feel yourself out. No. You need to stand amongst the big bass.
That's right.
You know what I mean? To see, you know, how you fare. So we're going big bass fishing, and it's a few shows in August. We're only going to do one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to let you do the math to figure it all out.
Yeah, that's not difficult. Okay. So,
heard and understood.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And he's gone, and we're just following God's plan, and he's going to look amazing.
Yeah, dude, it's not even like, again, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, but first of all, everybody's waiting to see what he looks like because everybody is waiting to see him just skyrocket to the top. I mean, when you see those progress pics on his Instagram, you're like, my God, I've never seen, and everything's in proportion. It's not like his legs are overwhelming his upper body. It's just.
And the thing is, you know, we got some great athletes right now. IFBB, these top 10 guys in the world right now, man. Yeah. These guys are amazing.
They're no joke, these guys, yeah.
Nick Walker, man, that's my nephew, man. He'll tell you, I see him, man, come here, nephew, what's up? You know, all these guys, Derek Longford, all these guys, Samson, all embrace us, you know what I mean? And these guys are just amazing, man. So when he do his first pro debut, it's like, it's not like we're going up there to, you know, be you know what I mean? Going up there to try to, you know, battle everybody. Like I tell my son, man, listen, this is your physique. You go up there and it's all about your presentation. your hard work, and you present it.
Yeah.
So, and that's where we're going to go up there and stand on, and then hope all the eyes just go straight to him.
Right. Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean?
They
And
probably
that's
will.
the goal.
All right, change the topic a little bit. I don't know if you guys heard, but the Arnold UK supposedly has been taken over from the people that run the Arnold US. And next year for 2024, the Arnold UK will be 2 weeks right after the Arnold US. So that might be like the best 2 or 3 weeks of bodybuilding within the season. And supposedly they are increasing the prize money significantly as well in the Arnold UK. So, I mean, I think it's a good thing. I think there's a lot of guys that'll do both shows. I think you'll see also a lot of guys from Europe jump in the UK one, and the guys from UK jump in the UK one that we don't normally see. And I think I think they're actually going to be doing something similar to the Arnold US, where it's like it's an all weekend thing, and it's like more of an extravaganza than a bodybuilding show, you know. What's your take on it, Jay? And then we'll go to Carlos.
Well, is it an invite only also, the UK one?
Yes, invite only. Yes.
All right, so I'm assuming that based upon this year's Arnold, they must have had either good feedback or they must have made money, and they're hoping to apply that formula to, from a business point of view, to do it again in the UK, which might draw other athletes over there, but hopefully draw some of the top guys from the Arnold. I mean, you know, the Columbus, Ohio Arnold.
Right.
So I think it could be good. I think at the end of the day, we need to get these guys competing more.
Yeah, 100%.
And I just don't know if it's lack of enthusiasm from laziness, or if it's lack of enthusiasm from not enough prize money. Mm-hmm. But if that's the case, because as soon as they mentioned the prize money this year's Arnold, people jumped in.
Yes, they did.
So
yeah, they did.
Right. So if you apply that formula to another show, you know, on the other side of the pond, then it could be a good recipe.
Carlos, do you think that because there's so much emphasis going into the Arnold Classic in 2024 with the UK and the US, do you think it could ever be bigger than the Olympia?
I hope not.
No.
Hope not, because I'm gonna tell you, man. Go ahead, Jason.
Well, I know the Olympia is the Olympia. It's got the name, so
right.
There's never going to be anything but the Olympia, you know. And even if the prize money was more, there was talk about that years ago. Prize money was, but at the end of the day, the Olympia is still Olympia, and everybody wants that title.
Yeah, I say, you know, the Olympia is the Olympia. It's its own brand. That's the top, and that needs to stay right there. In the Arnold, it's its own brand. Even if the Arnold came in and said, "Okay, we're gonna give people 800,000," that's just the Arnold. It doesn't make it the Olympia.
Right, I agree. I think the Olympia
you know what I mean?
is. Yeah, I totally agree. I think the Olympia is basically, you know, the Harley Davidson of bodybuilding, and that's the prize that you want. That's the main prize. Like my new microphone, by the way. Look at that.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah, look, it's a ball. Hold on, and this is my old one. Look at that. It's my old microphone. This is my other one. You guys are fucked up. You guys are twisted.
Yep, but the Olympia, man, that's the Super Bowl, man. And yeah. I tell you, I went to this past Olympia. I really enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed myself, man. It was nice, and it's the people, it's everything. You know what I mean? And in the Arnold within itself, it's also nice. You know?
Yeah, I've never been to the Arnold, but I've been to the Olympia like how many times? 3 times?
Yeah, man. But the Arnold
loved it every time.
The Arnold is what it is. It has its expos. It has all these different sports. You know, and so. You know, it's really nice. I encourage you to go. Jason knows he's been to Arnold.
Yeah, I've been there a million times.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there sooner or later. Sooner or later, I'll get there. Maybe if I get a big sponsor and I get a booth over there, you know. And then, and then I could go, and all three of us could go, and we'll be behind there. And Carlos, I have this saying that I am not going to stop doing my podcast until I have a booth at the Olympia with large-breasted women and Hell's Angels as security. Until then, I'm going to keep going. That's it,
bro. Hey, I encourage you to do it.
I'm also declaring July Masculinity Month, and and that's why I'm coming out with these T-shirts. And what I think I'm going to do is, how like they have the Pride Parade, I think I'm going to have like a block party or something like that, and we're going to have all masculine stuff. So there's going to be like the slapping contest, belching contests, all like Harley Davidsons, Jap bikes. You can't bring, if you have an electric car, you can't come. Can't come if you drive a Prius. Sorry, you can only come if you have like a V8 supercharged. No
Teslas.
No, you can't. No, Tesla's, unfortunately, you're no good. Anything that pollutes the environment tremendously will be welcome. What else? So let's see. We'll have arm wrestling matches, lots of beer, not Bud Light, by the way. Anything but Bud Light, and I don't know. We'll get some sponsors like what's that? What are those clippers that you clip your privates?
Manscaped.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll get some Manscaped to sponsor us, and we'll throw a big block party with a bunch of fire trucks and naked women running around. I don't know. This is just all in my head. Maybe one day I can make it happen, but unfortunately, just buy the T-shirt, and maybe we could make it happen.
Dream, brother. And I'm definitely get a T-shirt.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Are you going to be, Jason, are you going to be at the Aries Nutrition thing on the 24th?
I am not. I have an event in New York the same day.
And where?
In New York.
Oh, which one?
Boundless. You were there last year.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then speaking of masculinity, my wife and I have Bill Burr tickets at
I'm going. I'll be there.
Are you?
Yeah, my wife got me the tickets for my birthday.
Oh, I told you about it, didn't I?
I don't think so, because I would have said something. But yeah, my wife bought me the tickets for my birthday. I'll be there.
Yeah, dude, we're going. I have an event early that day in New York. I get home around 4:00, and then the show I think is at 7 or 8 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I think Carlos. I think Derek Lunsford's going to be at that Ari's Nutrition one on the 24th, right?
Yeah, a lot of people want to be there.
Yeah, that's going to be a big draw because he's never on this side of the country, and that guy is a special bodybuilder.
Well,
too.
He's on this side of the country. He's down in Tampa.
Yeah, but he never comes up to New York.
That
I know of anyway.
Yeah,
or Jersey or whatever.
Yeah. It's going to be. It's a lot of people going to be there. I'm going to be there.
Yeah, I'll see. I don't know. I'll see if I can get there. The truth of the matter is, a lot of times I work on Saturdays, or at least try to work on Saturdays. And then if I'm not working on Saturdays, I like to go riding on my bike because I spent a lot of friggin' money on it, and I want to enjoy it a little bit.
Ride it down there and spend an hour, and then ride back.
That's not a bad idea. That's actually a pretty good idea.
That'd be a nice little road trip for you.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, maybe I'll look into it, because a friend of mine sent it to me, and he said, we should go, and he's always telling me, and I always say yeah, and I never wind up going because I'm a shithead.
Yeah, so Carlos and I are going to be there with the AD crew.
All right, so maybe I'll
miss you. But it's our anniversary, my wife and I, so we planned the concert for the 25th. I do have the event, but I'll catch up with you guys soon.
Oh, you know it, man. Yeah, we're going to be there. That's going to be Carlos's only event. Oh no, he's going to be guest posing at Victor Martinez show.
Victor Martinez has a show? I didn't even know I had a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in August.
Oh, really? Where is it?
Hold on. Let me see. Is it August? I think it's July. It's July 22nd.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, mine's the 29th. I think.
You got a show the 29th?
Yeah, the Muscle Beach. You and Carlos are always invited.
I'll be there, Carlos. I'll be there. I'm going to have my own booth, and I'm going to sell my shirts. I'll be
the
there.
biggest. It's the biggest NPC show on the East Coast.
You got to send me the flyer out or something.
I'll send it
will.
to you. I'll send it to you. I
Hey,
got it.
yeah, yeah, John. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, John, send him over my information.
Yeah, I got it. I'll definitely send it to you. No problem. Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'll have a booth there. It'll be a lot of fun. You know, I went last year. It was
Where's this
great.
gonna be held at?
It's in Jersey, in Tinton Falls. It's only about an hour from you guys. Maybe about an hour from you guys.
For sure. Yeah, Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah,
What county
what was
is
that? Monmouth
Some
County,
other
right?
beach area.
Monmouth County.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at Monmouth Regional High School.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm familiar with that area.
Yeah.
So a little bit of change of pace. Have you guys watched the Arnold documentary yet on Netflix?
Oh, I haven't.
I haven't seen it yet, but I heard about it.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes. It's pretty good. The only thing when I watch a documentary, I like, don't pull any punches for me. You know what I mean? If you're a shithead or let me know. You know, it's basically so far everything. Arnold is a great man, which is great. But like the first episode, they go into his bodybuilding career. Second episode, they go into his acting career, and his third episode, they go into his political career, right? But his first episode, yeah, right. His first episode, they completely skipped over the 1980 Olympia. That was extremely controversial, and I'm like, come on, man! Like, you have to include that. Why would you not include that? Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's a good documentary, but it seems to be a little biased, which I don't like. I like documentaries that don't pull any punches. I like hearing the truth. You know, I'm not gonna. It doesn't mean you're gonna lose respect for the guy, but I like hearing the truth. So now I'm like, oh, are they even gonna talk about his affair with the cleaning woman or the maid or whatever? You know?
Oh Lord.
Because if they skip that, they're gonna skip the affair with the cleaning woman. If they, how do you don't skip that. You can't,
No, I don't think they skipped that. I heard that was.
But the 19, I can't believe they totally completely surpassed. They went from when he retired and whatever it was, 74, 75, whatever it was, went right to his acting career. And I'm like, you can't just tell the good stuff on a documentary. Don't get me wrong. It's done well. I'm going to continue watching it. It's good. But I hate when a documentary does that,
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that they go into a little bit of,
Well, maybe they go back to it, because he did do some acting before he came back and won the 80 Olympics.
I don't know, man, because in the second episode, it covers his entire acting career, and it starts. Yeah, that's how they do it. They're doing first episode, bodybuilding, second, acting, third, political. I don't know what fourth is. I hope fourth is what do you call it? What's the word? Unfaithfulness.
Adultery.
How could you not expect that guy to, not mess around? It's like, like, was anybody surprised when Tiger Woods was really messing around? Remember that? It's like, what do you expect? I mean, the guy is like, the biggest star in the world, and people have the nerve to be shocked. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's me. I don't know. It is what it is. We can give our opinions on here. This is not CNN. You guys can talk.
No, I say, by Tiger Woods being on the road all them years with his dad, you know what I mean? He learned a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen. Listen. It's every man's weakness. I think, who was it? Chris Rock that said, men are as faithful as their options. Like I'm in the sewer every day working. There's no women down there at all. And, I'm on here with you guys, obviously no women. And it's not like I could have sex through Zoom anyway. So, so it's not like I'm but, a guy like Arnold, who was literally the biggest star in the world at one point. And what's great about him is he's so likable that he wasn't even close to being canceled. Like nobody even batted an eye. It's like, it's just Arnold. He's just banging the maid and got her pregnant. No big deal.
Yeah, he's got another show on Netflix also.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of his movies later on. Once, his early stuff, but is great. Obviously the Terminator's classic.
I mean, I haven't seen it, but I know.
Me neither.
He has a couple things on Netflix.
Yeah, I haven't really seen. Like once, I'll be honest with you. I think the last Arnold movie I saw. Oh, I did see the one he did with Stallone when they're in prison together. It was horrible. It was just
Yeah, I wasn't.
it was horrible. It was
I don't even
just
remember
terrible.
that one.
Yeah, it was just terrible. They were in prison together, and of course, they beat up the whole Aryan Nation and Black Gorilla Brotherhood. They Arnold and Sly just beat up everybody. It's just it's amazing how they could beat up everybody in their 60s. But it was entertaining, but it's a stupid movie. But anyway, yeah, it's actually a pretty good documentary, but they don't seem to get into any of the negative stuff. Like they go into how he met Maria Shriver, which was interesting, which I didn't know. So you kind of have to read between the lines. Apparently, Maria Shriver's mother invited Arnold to a celebrity tennis match, kind of what do you call it, fundraiser. So of course he took it, and then when he went to the tennis match, Maria Shriver's mother said to him, "My daughter's very fond of you," and of course he doesn't say anything, but yeah, I mean he was like a shark, waiting for that. That was it. So you had to tell him, marrying a Kennedy, and he was on that, and like white on rice. Everything was like a power move to him. Everything was an angle to him. But of course they don't say that in the documentary. But if you read between the lines, that's exactly what happened. And that night, they spent the night together, and they I think they got married in the early 80s or something like that, something to that effect. But yeah, so he's a guy that's everything he did was completely calculated to move forward and get power and money, and he's that type A personality. So what that type A personality is going to be people that you shit on to get where you got to go, and they skip all that. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, don't skip that stuff. I want to hear that shit too. I don't know. What do you think, Arntz?
It's a documentary for his benefit. It's a documentary for his benefit, not to pin him in.
No.
So look at everybody. Look at anybody in power. Look at anybody who's there's from you could take somebody who looks spick and span, right?
Right.
But if you look at it from somebody else's point of view, they're going to say, "Oh, he was an asshole. He did this to me. He did that to me.
Absolutely.
He didn't treat me good on the way up."
Give me 1 second.
But,
yeah, go ahead.
You don't want to paint a light on somebody like that. So I don't know. I didn't see it. I'm sure I'll check it out at some point. No,
it's a great documentary, except that they don't seem to be getting into any of the negative stuff. But and when I watch a documentary, I like to see both sides. But right. That's just me. What do I know? Because like you said, nobody's perfect. Everybody has, everybody has skeletons in their closet. Everybody has, and you would.
You mean you got some skeletons, John?
Me? You have no idea. Let me see if I could tell you a good story. I'm thinking of a quick one. Okay.
You have some stuff in your closet, bro.
Yeah, here's a quick one. This is actually a fast one. I won't keep too long. This is when I was obviously before I was married, and I went for a sensual massage, right? So I went for a sensual massage, and I grew up in New York, so I went to this Russian place, and
this Korean place.
No, it wasn't Korean. It was Russian. I wasn't into the Asian chicks. Some people are, but whatever. So I go, and it's just one particular girl that I wanted. I never saw her, but I never was there before. Whatever, blah blah. And they show the pictures and everything, and you talk on the phone, and okay, and they give me an address, and I go, and blah blah blah. And I go, and the door's like slightly open. I knock on the door, and I hear a Russian accent. "Oh, come in, honey, come in." And she's bent. This lady's bent over, like her back is all messed up, and she doesn't have a cane, but she has like a walking stick, like the doctor from Jurassic Park. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's bent over, and she's like, "Oh, I have a bad back. Come on in, honey. Come on in." And I'm like, "What the?" So she goes, "Just lay on the bed, and I'll give you a massage." And the way she had to actually fall on the bed, like she had to actually like put the walking stick down and do this. in order to get on it, and then roll herself over to give me a massage. And I was like, wow, this is pretty much the lowest point of my life right here.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, but I was no going back. Once I got there, I wasn't, I wasn't leaving.
You were committed. You were fully committed.
I was leaving. So that's one of my skeletons. But I figure, if I tell the story, nobody could ever hold it against me. Like that. If I ever blow up and become this huge podcast, I'm never going to get any. I'm never going to get like a threat from a Russian mafia guy telling me that I better give him money, otherwise I'm going to let that story out. Like, dude, I told that story 10 times. Go ahead, don't worry about it.
Unleash the dirt.
Unleash it.
All right, back to bodybuilding. Let's see. Just so okay. A couple of weeks ago, Carlos, there was the what show? It was the Toronto Pro, and there was a little bit of controversy with Ian winning. I thought he should have won. At that show it was a lot of people thought Hassan Mustafa should have won, but I didn't think so because he has a very blocky look. What did you think? Did you see the show?
Did I see the show?
Yeah.
I looked at prejudging. I didn't see finals.
Basically the same. What'd you think?
It was just it was Ian's show to win, and I thought he won. I thought he won. So
yeah, I thought so too. He gets a lot of hate online. He really does. I mean, a lot of people don't like his physique. I mean, I know he has that space in his chest. Looks like he has some kind of tear. I know he has no calves and he has very high lat insertions. But on that stage, on that day, on the Toronto Pro, he was clearly the best. I mean, he has great shape. He has great symmetry. He has great balance. His waist is, this big. He doesn't, Hassan Mustafa's waist was just so bloated and he didn't have any stomach control on stage. He obviously had the most muscle, which is why he came in second. But I thought Ian was clearly the winner. I mean, I'm not even a big Ian fan. And I was like, all right, that guy won. I got to take when you look at something like that, you got to take your emotions out of it. It has to be, it's bodybuilding. It's not about who you like and who you dislike. It's about,
a lot of variables go into that. So, I thought he deserved to win, on that day, on that stage in Toronto.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So, and like, hey, you coming on somebody's home turf, right? And that's just what it is. You coming on somebody's home turf. You got to bring it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he's going to bring it. He's like, yo, this is my home field. I'm going to bring it. You're going to bring it. And I thought he deserved to win. And if Hassan was shredded, at his size, he probably would have won.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know why he didn't have much stomach control. He has to really learn how to control his stomach because the judges really count that hard. They really they really drop points on that stomach control. They don't want to see that bloated stomach look anymore. And that's why you see so many open bodybuilders doing the vacuums now and so on and so forth and blah, 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 because they don't want that look anymore. But, he's just got to work on that. And, it is what it is. Another thing is before we close the show out, I interviewed.
Did you ask Jason what he thinks?
No, I don't.
We talked about this all last week.
I don't give a shit what he thinks. He's always with me. I got I
want to know. I didn't see it last week. Real quick, what you think, Jason?
I thought. What did I say last week, John? I don't even remember. Did I?
Basically, we looked at his chest. Did you see his chest, Carlos?
Yeah, so I just saw a lot of issues with Ian, but I again, just like you said, and what we talked about earlier, you get home field advantage. He is Canadian. It's the Toronto Pro, but I just don't know if Ian was a better Ian from what we've seen in the past. I really didn't notice much. Now I'm comparing Ian against himself. Hassan more muscle, but just like I said, neither one of them were in perfect shape.
Right.
So their conditioning was definitely off. Ian had that issue with his chest, still the issue with his lower back and his erectors and lower lats. And his calves the inner calf is just gone.
Yeah. They don't seem to mark calves at all anymore. So it's almost like
but you know, I don't think any of them will make an impact at the Olympia. So
definitely there's too much there's too much talent at the Olympia. I don't think they're gonna do any damage. I don't think either one of them are gonna do any damage at the Olympia.
And if there was anybody who was a little better, they would have blown both of them away.
Yeah.
So I
because Ross was there.
He came in third.
Ross was Ross is a good bodybuilder. He's got a little bit to go.
Just if he had more size, he would have been a lot more competitive. He just
but he was definitely dice. You know, coming off of that California, so he took it another level.
Right,
he had another level. He can go, and he did it. You know what I mean? That was kudos to him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that guy's an excellent bodybuilder. From the back, it's just he's chiseled. He just couldn't hold his own against the Ian and Hassan are big dudes. They have a lot of muscle, and it's a bodybuilding contest. And
bodybuilding. That's why I've grown to since my son has a stake in bodybuilding and he's a bodybuilder. I've grown to love it, and I've grown to really everybody got a lot of people got good body parts. Some don't have good body parts. You got to it's just all about keep working.
Right.
You know what I mean? And man, it's cool. But it's a good sport, man. I'm really growing to love it.
Yeah, if Ross puts on like another 10 pounds or so, he's going to be really dangerous.
Oh, for sure, man. Ross don't play because he can. You know what I mean? He can get in shape on you, bro.
Yeah, there's no question. So last night I had the benefit and pleasure of interviewing Andrea Shaw, three-time Miss Olympia, and it'll be out this Friday. And that woman, the personality and the class on that woman was amazing. I can't wait till the interview comes out because I really think it shows a side of her that a lot of people don't see because she is. I've never, most women bodybuilders are very like, no, yeah, this one could be, she's a good bodybuilder and that one's a good bodybuilder. And she was like, nobody's beating me. and I loved it because it was fantastic. Because I said to her, is there anybody that shows up at the Olympia that you're like, oh God, this one's going to give me trouble? And she goes, no, nobody does. And I said to her, gun to your head, who's going to be the next Miss Olympia? She goes, me. And I was like, no, I mean after you. So it was a great interview. And it was just great to have that kind of a caliber of bodybuilder on my show because, it means a lot to me when I get elite bodybuilders like that on. Not like Arntz. Arntz, forget it. Anyway, yeah, we're all gonna be at Arntz' show, and I'm gonna have a booth there. And what else? I'm definitely gonna have my pens.
What is that?
July 29th.
Muscle Beach, Tinton Falls.
Yeah.
John will send you the information.
Yeah, I'll definitely send it to you. Carlos, I have Sirius and Selena's pens. See that? And I usually give them away because everybody needs a pen. You got to write out checks and stuff. Actually, nobody writes out checks anymore. Nobody writes out checks anymore.
I thought only people gave out pens. I thought the only person gave out pens anymore was the banks.
Yeah, no, I'm changing. I'm changing that. I'm bringing pens back.
Do it, brother. Do it.
I think I'm going to come out with the breakfast cereal.
What's the little bands?
Oh yeah. No, Jay's daughters actually makes bracelets there. Actually,
nice.
Yeah, so we're the youngest one does it. How old are your kids now, Ons?
14 and 11.
What, really? I thought the 14-year-old was like 17. God.
Right. Well, she's a freshman. She'll be a sophomore next year, but she's young for her grade. She'll be 15 as a sophomore.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
So hold on. Is she gonna have to go to prep school? Like, you know what I mean?
No, she's in high school already. She's
No, that's not what I'm saying. When she graduates, how old is she gonna be? 18? 19?
Oh no, she'll graduate at 17.
Oh, 17, right,
How
right.
did
You said
she?
sophomore.
Was she just smart enough where she just skipped a year? Or do you know?
Well, she's like her father, dude. She's a genius, you know. So she
Yes.
skipped. You know,
Nice.
she should be in college now, but we're holding her back because we want to enjoy
Yeah, yeah.
For
the
sure.
younger years of her. No, she her birthday is end of September, so she was on like that line where they gave us an option. Do you want to, you know, put her in? And you want to wait a year to put her in first grade, or do you want to move her? I said, no, we'll put her in. You know,
Okay.
and from an athlete point of view, we wanted her to play with some older girls, and so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
helps her a little more
Challenging.
benefit. So,
Yeah.
Yes, they're actually incredible soccer players, the two of them. It's unbelievable. Well,
thank you.
listen, gentlemen, it's almost 10 o'clock, and I want to thank Carlos Tomasini for giving me the honor of coming on my show. It is thank you very much.
Don't make this the last time now.
No, don't worry about it. I believe me, I need all the help I can get. You'll be back. You'll definitely be back. There's no question about it.
I'm around, brother.
Definitely. I appreciate you coming on. Truly, much respect, much love always. And of course, Arntz, we break each other's balls, but you know, me and Arntz are like this. We're like this.
Man, I gotta try to make this Muscle Beach, man.
Definitely. Come by, I'll be there.
Love to have you. Love to have you.
Maybe I'll bring one of my dogs as a mascot. I got 3 friggin' dogs now, Carlos.
I might can make it. I don't know about Carlos because he's he'll probably be
in prep.
He'd probably be a month out at that point.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
Well, you're welcome. All families are welcome, and
bring
a +1, whoever you want to bring me.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
Thank you. So make sure I get that information.
I'm going to send it to you right now. As soon as we get off, I'm going to send it to you.
Okay, bud.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Have a good night, and I'll speak to you guys soon.
All right, good.
Carlos, take care, sir.
Thank you.